In life, we are often hit with times of trouble, and it is easy to fall into a pit of despair. However, in times of trouble, remember this passage of Scripture. Isaiah 41, verses 10 to 13. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All who rage against you will surely be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, Do not fear, I will help you. Focus on verse 10. That's pretty much all you need to remember. Number 1, do not fear. Fear is crippling, and if you allow it to grow and fester and not gain control over it, it will derail your life completely. Fear affects every part of your well-being, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual health. Fear can paralyze you, which is why God often tells us not to fear. Jesus told us in Matthew 6 not to worry. Paul echoes it in Philippians 4 verse 6. In 2 Corinthians 10 verses 4 to 5, he makes the following statement. The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. You may have a very valid reason to fear, but let us take God at His word. Do not fear. Take captive every thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and make it obedient to Christ. When we do not fear, we are able to see things much clearer than if we were fearful. It also provides the perfect platform for God to move and intervene in your life. Number 2, God is with you. This is why we shouldn't fear. God is with us. Through the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, God now dwells within us, and He is always with us. We are never alone. That statement itself should be enough to encourage you that with God by your side, nothing can break you down. If God is for you, who can be against you? Countless times throughout the Bible, we see God promising us that He will be with us. So when you are faced with a trouble, remember that you have God by your side throughout every situation or circumstance that you may be facing. Number 3, He will help you. When God is by your side, He is not being a spectator. No, He is actively involved in your situation. How could David slay Goliath with a mere sling and a stone? How could Samson kill 1,000 men with a simple jawbone of a donkey? How could Peter and Paul endure the persecution of the Jews and the Romans, yet they still penned most of the New Testament? With the help of God. In Acts 26, it states, But God has helped me to this very day, so I stand here and testify to small and great alike. I am saying nothing beyond what the prophets and Moses said would happen, that the Messiah would suffer, and as the first to rise from the dead, would bring the message of light to His own people and to the Gentiles. God helped Paul to preach despite persecution. God helps us in every circumstance, every day. Things may not always go as we would like for it to go, but no matter what happens, God is right there with us. So the next time you are faced with a challenge, remember Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.